Your house could flood. It could be burgled. It could catch fire. You cannot fully stop all three, and you do not have unlimited money. So which one do you protect against first? If you paused on that question, good, because answering it is exactly what risk management is, and the exam loves it. In the next few minutes, you will learn the handful of words this domain tests, the simple process behind them, and the 4 things you can ever do with a risk. Here's the part most people get wrong, and we will come back to it. They think risk is just a bad thing that might happen. It is not. It is a calculation, and once you can do that calculation, the questions get easy. Let me start with the vocabulary, because the exam tests these words precisely, and it mixes them up on purpose. An asset is the thing you are protecting. Your data, a server, even a person. Think back to last lesson. Those 3 pillars, confidentiality, integrity, availability, are what your assets need. So the assets are what risk is trying to protect. A threat is something that could cause harm. A hacker, a flood, a careless employee. A vulnerability is a weakness that the threat could use. An unlocked door, an unpatched system, a password on a sticky note. Here is the key thing. A threat on its own is not a risk. A vulnerability on its own is not a risk. Risk is what you get when a threat can actually reach a vulnerability in one of your assets. A burglar in another country is a threat, but if your door is bolted, your risk is low. So how do we measure it? Risk is a weather forecast, not a fact. It has 2 parts. How likely is it, and how bad would it be? Likelihood times impact. A meteor hitting your office is catastrophic in impact, but the likelihood is almost 0. So the risk is low. A staff member clicking a phishing email is only moderately damaging, but it is very likely, so the risk is high. That is why the phishing email gets your attention, and the meteor does not. Did that click? If not, hold on, because the next part makes it concrete. Once you can measure risk, you follow a simple process. You identify your risks by listing your assets and asking what could go wrong. You assess them by scoring each one on likelihood and impact. And you prioritize, so the biggest risks get dealt with first. Notice this is just a house example, made formal. Flood, fire, burglary, each scored. Now, for the part the exam asks about most. Once you know a risk, you have exactly 4 choices. Just 4. And there is a clean way to remember them. You can avoid it, you can mitigate it, you can transfer it, or you can accept it. Take the first letter of each, and you get AMTA. Let me walk through all 4. You can avoid the risk. Stop doing the risky thing entirely. Do not store credit card numbers, and you cannot lose them. You can mitigate the risk, reduce it with a control, add a firewall, a lock, a training course. This is the most common one, and it is the whole point of next lesson. You can transfer the risk, hand the financial impact to someone else. Buying insurance is the classic example. The flood can still happen, but the cost lands on the insurer. Or you can accept the risk. Decide it is small enough to live with and do nothing extra. Every organization accepts some risk because removing all of it is impossible and too expensive. How much you are willing to accept is called your risk tolerance. Let us test that straight away, because this is where marks are won. Time for a quick exam check. A company is worried about the cost of a data breach, so it buys a cyber insurance policy. Which risk treatment is this? A. Avoid. B. Mitigate. C. Transfer. D. Accept. Pause the video and pick your answer. Ready? The answer is C. Transfer. Here is why. Insurance does not stop the breach from happening, so it is not avoiding anything. That rules out A. It does not reduce the chance or out of control, so it is not mitigation. That rules out B. And they clearly did not just accept it and move on, so D is out. They move the financial hit onto someone else. That is transfer. Every time, watch for the word insurance in a question. It is almost always pointing at transfer. Let me pull this together. Exam checklist style. An asset is what you protect. A threat could harm it. A vulnerability is the weakness the threat uses. Risk is likelihood times impact, the two together. You identify, assess, and prioritize your risks. And then you do one of 4 things. You avoid it, you mitigate it, you transfer it, or you accept it. One quick question to lock it in. You decide a particular risk is tiny, and you choose to do nothing about it. Which treatment did you just use? Say it out loud. Accept. You looked at it, judged it within your tolerance, and moved on. That is a deliberate decision, not laziness, and the exam expects you to know the difference. If this made risk feel simple, subscribe, because the whole Domain 1 series is landing in pass order. And to drill these treatment questions until they are reflexes, head to certcrush.app, where the CC question bank has a stack of them waiting. Next lesson, we go from spotting risks to fixing them. Security controls, they are how you mitigate, and the exam wants you to know the 3 types cold.